Roof's leaking.
I'm calling Flynn.
Thank goodness it's Flynn.
Hi, this is Henry Chamberlain, and welcome to our September vlog. Well, I'm just back from the BOMEX conference. That's BOMA Canada's annual conference up in Prince Edward Island. It's amazing. I mean, they sold out 450 delegates, great programming, a real focus, as you might imagine, on sustainability and resilience, and a focus on mandates up there looking at 2030 for net zero properties, which, of course, when you go through the discipline of thinking about it and all the effort that'll have to go into it, for folks who haven't started, 2030 is coming really quickly. So a real focus on, so how do we do that? At the same time, we're reinventing offices, real estate's changing, whether it's industrial, medical, but we're really looking at reinventing, reimagining office and getting people back into their buildings, redesigning downtowns. You know, we have a great new deep dive, a time of reinvention, buildings and cities, but it's really a combination. It's reinventing what the buildings are used for, creating more common areas, but connecting it to communities. The Urban Land Institute likes to talk about the 20-minute city, where you can do your errands, you can see everybody, you can couple together amenities, so that the gym's over here, there's a restaurant over there, the dry cleaner, you got immediate care in the basement. All of that within 20 minutes. So it's really reinventing not only the buildings, but reinventing the cities. A real focus on that north of the border. I'd also mention it's really nice to be there when they named their Member of the Year award after our chairman, Randall Fabelius, going forward. A great honor that really reinforces the connection we have with BOMA Canada as well. Randall and I, along with Randall's wife Jackie, are going to be going down to South Africa next week. It'll be the first time that the SAPOA conference, our South African Property Owners Association colleagues, are getting together in person in Sun City. That's looking like it's going to be a big crowd as well, 600 to 800 senior folks from across Africa. But we're going to go down and talk about the global economy. They're really looking at, from a South African perspective, on re-engineering their economy. The rand is not doing well against the dollar. They have a brain drain going on. But really, again, taking a look at, so then how do we reinvent that real estate to drive value and productivity so companies want to be in South Africa and around Africa and Asia and Europe and everywhere else. So that reinvention theme is out there. We're all trying to figure out what's going on with the economy. You know, some people are thinking there's going to be a recession back half of this year, sometime next year. Mortgage rates have doubled in the last 4 months. So there's some indications, but employment's high, hiring's high, there's a lot of wage pressure and all the rest, but inflation's still out there. So we'll be down at SAPOA representing the commercial real estate industry, not just here, but we set a standard around the globe that people like to emulate. And of course, we learn from them in terms of different problem solving that they're doing. And speaking of that reinvention, our third tenant study will be coming out early October. We'll have webinars as well on that, but it really reinforces the fact that this was an inflection point, that there is going to be a lot of telework, hybrid workplace, not in every market. Markets are going to be different on the coast, down south, up north. Depends on their tenant mix and what the corporate culture is and all those environments. So people are going to come back, but they want to come back for productive environments, for the socialization, for the ability to collaborate in different ways, but it can really create a lifestyle around the office to reinforce that live, work, play we've been talking about for years, that is the downtown marketplace and another reason to come back. Of course, on this vlog, I've talked a lot about reinvention and I'm looking at South Africa and all the rest. People are really wondering what's going on globally. What are all these mega issues that are driving a lot of change out there and impacting the economies and all the rest? I like to refer people to Peter Zeihan, Zeihan. He does vlogs every week. He's got a couple of great books, but he really talks about the demographics and the business that's going on and the pressures that are changing not only our marketplaces, but our countries around the globe in terms of how we communicate, supply chain, all the other issues. I recommend you all take a look at Peter Zeihan, maybe subscribe, check out one of his books somewhere down the road. Thanks.
Zeus, that is not very nice of you. It's the middle of the night for them.
My dear Hera, I play to win.
And so do I, Zeus, darling.
Thank goodness it's Flynn.